We are making a stain finish on this beautiful VG fur. What we're looking at here is 2 coats of aniline dye and 2 coats of pigmented stain.
Challenging work?
Fun.
Wainscot panel in VG fur. There's solid stock as well as veneer. And this at this point is the 2nd coat of penetrating oil stain.
What are the challenges to this job?
Everything. Mostly it's varied stock and making sure that the undertones are right so we get consistency out of the last coat.
Can you explain to me what varying stock means?
The veneer will take the stain differently than the solid stock here. It penetrates at different rates. It accepts the aniline dye differently. Pretty much every coating that we put on it or penetrating stain that we put on it takes slightly different. So at the beginning with the benite as well as the aniline dye, we kind of had to look a bit piece by piece to make sure that our base tone was right, so it's uniform at the end.
And how did you determine if it was right?
Based off of a sample that was already done, and then a certain amount of just judgment and experience and talking to the customers and making sure they're happy. So we've had to tweak our system a little bit, but we've got it dialed in.
And after the staining, what's going to go on top of it?
There'll be 3 coats of Profin, which is a brushed or rubbed polyurethane. You don't want to spray it and be very thin, be like a furniture finish.
And what do you think of Profin?
I love it. I think it's a really classic traditional look. I don't necessarily like it in more of a contemporary setting, but here where this stuff could have been here 100 years ago, it'll look great. You brush this on. We usually give it about 20 minutes on the 2nd coat. If you look closely on the side sheen, you'll see it starting to dull up. So up here is probably duller than down there where I just did it. This has been about 10, so once that gets up to 20 minutes, we'll give it basically almost a dry rub, real light, to get these real heavy edges where it pulls down to a horizontal and out of the grooves and get that blackening out. Profin. Yeah, Profin. Daly's product. It's a fast dry polyurethane, super tough, water resistant. It's good for UV protection.
And how is it to handle?
It's a bit of a hassle, but I like it. It's not as forgiving as some of the heavier body polys.
You're a pro at it.